All right, I'm on hole number 3 of the Liberty tournament. I'm in Wednesday's qualifying round in the rookie division. Let's go check out hole number 3. Now, hole number 3 yesterday, if I would have made hole number 3, I probably would have qualified yesterday. And I was in the spot. I made it over. But I tanked the second shot. And I know better. I know better because these, here's the thing. Here's the deal. These City Park holes, there is a ton of these City Park holes that have a glitch. And I really, and you can call it whatever you want, it's a glitch. When you got any kind of movement on the course and your ball comes in and you hit right there, you take this bounce and everything's working out fine. But when your ball comes in and it's like this, it hits. And you know what happens when you hit on a downhill slope? The ball wants to take a flat bounce and go forward. And what happens is instead of taking any flat bounce, it hits and then it just slides across the green. I mean, and it picks up speed. It went from where you should have landed right here, and all of a sudden you land back over here because it just picks up speed and it's like a rocket. And I know better on this drive, on the second shot coming in, if you're out in this area with a big dog, I know better. It only takes about 3 topspin. And if you have to put on any more than that, you're in a spot of bother. I played this hole 2 or 3 tournaments ago, and I decided that I wasn't going to play. How many tournaments has been in? It's been in a bunch. I think it might have been in the New York Classic, in the New York tournament. And I decided that I wasn't going to bring a big dog on my second shot, for the second shot. If I could get over to this area right here, I wasn't going to bring a big dog. I was going to bring a Guardian. And here's the thing with a Guardian. At the time, now my Guardian's got the same distance as my big dog. So your red line's kind of like right in this area and you're up in here. It would be nice if you could get in front of that sand. But you don't really have a lot of control about how deep you get over here. If you can get over here, you don't have a lot of control over how deep you can get. With a big dog, it only has 4 backspin. So if you're in this area, but it has a ton of topspin, it really only takes, if you put on more than about 3 topspin, what'll happen is it'll hit up here on this green and it'll take that flat trajectory and it'll fly off the backside. What it should do, based off of the ball guide, is bounce and get caught up in the little backboard and then roll back down to the cup, but it doesn't want to do that. But with a Guardian, you can do a max overpower shot and you got this entire area up here. It's almost impossible to miss it. I mean, you could probably hit it 2 rings great to the left or the right and still hit it. And you can put a ton of backspin on it and you can stick it to the cup. I mean, you can stick it on the green. Where it lands, you don't have a lot of control over that. But I'm gonna switch because my big dog is pissing me off on this hole. So instead of bringing a big dog, I'm gonna bring a Guardian because it gives me an option that if I'm a little bit short back here, I can do overpower on it with backspin. And I know that if I do overpower and backspin and I get up here, it'll stick to the cup. It'll stick on the green and I will have a putt as opposed to trying to chip it on from the rough on the backside. But that's getting ahead of myself. The goal is to get out here. If you don't get out here, then you're doing the layup shot to get up here. And you still have, there's 2 ways to get the eagle here. If you don't make it to this side, you can get up in here and you can shoot it on. But my goal is to try and get over and get down into that area. I'm going to do that amazing feat with a snow globe. And I know the wind is blowing. We're not getting really high winds right now. So it's difficult to get over. But I have a secret weapon. The secret weapon is an extra mile 9. And I'm going to switch this up. And I'm going to switch this 1 bag because I'm going to make a commitment here right now. I'm going to bring a Guardian. And my Guardian hits 1.1 per ring. And if I don't make it over, I'm going to come in, I'm going to bring it home with a Hornet. And I'm going to do minus 10% to the cup if I don't make it all the way over. So if I don't make it all the way over and end up in the rough, then I'm going to do a layup shot, and then I'm going to bring it home with a Guardian. Or excuse me, with a Hornet. Here we roll. Here we roll. Just need to get the eagle right here. That puts me on a minus 12 track. My goal is minus 13 in the qualifying round. I feel like that's a good... I'm usually one of those players that likes to ramp up as the week goes on. Usually the best rounds that I post all week are in my weekend round because I'm not one of those players that has a bunch of accounts and I try and get it all right to begin with. I want my game to progress as the week goes on, and I want to peak in the weekend round. We have a 4.7 wind today. Yesterday it was 3.2. I'm in that area right there. That's where I want to come in. 4.7. That's 4.2. That leaves me 5. Somewhere in that neighborhood. And I'm going to push all that wind back in. All that power. Hit it 2 rings great to the left. I might get caught up in that rough. It drifts to the right here, so there's a chance that I might. Wants to drift to the right out there. If you hit it great to the right, you're more apt to get caught up in the rough. But if you hit it great to the left, it does drop. All right, so I am in a good spot, and being on the left-hand side is actually okay. Opponents brought a berserker. They've got an extra mile 7. And they need to hit it absolutely dead center in the middle of that, the shortest spot down there. And they could potentially get over, but they're not going to do it. It's going to go to the right, and they're going to get caught up. A little short. The good news is that it's actually, if you have a Nirvana in your bag, I actually like the shot from the rough down here to get me up into range better than if I'm up at the top. Okay, so if I do backspin, up in that area right there, I got plenty of room. Plenty of room. So it's 4-3. It's about 4 rings. And wow, I was getting some serious lag right there. I actually might have tanked that. And I would rather do that, because the thing with the big dog is that you can catch that with that big dog and it hits that slide. There's a spot up there on that green that big dog, and I've had that happen before with my big dog, where if my big dog's in exactly the right spot, I can get over with like 2.5 top spin and it's no big deal. But if I can't get over with 2.5 and I have to put more on it, I catch that slide area and it just wants to fly off the backside of the green. And I'm not sure, because I used to take this shot with a Guardian, and I'm not sure why I switched back to my big dog. I think I forgot about the slide. All right, getting the eagle. That is the goal. This is a birdie hole with an eagle opportunity. So if you can get up there like that and give yourself a shot at it, that's the deal. And the best ball that you can possibly have in your bag to get that shot done is a snow globe. And I can't think of very many holes that I actually use a snow globe on other than this one. I really, just sitting here thinking about it, I can't think of another hole that I go, wow, you need a snow globe on that. And whenever snow globes come out, I try and get a little bit of an inventory, because this is this hole, we've seen this hole a few times in tournaments, and it's one of those holes that's just a bugger. Good luck in the tournament. All right, that was hole number 3 of City Park. Hole number three of the Liberty tournament. And hole number 3 is City Park. Wow. All right, that was hole number 3. Thanks for watching.